In this video, I want to share a few things with you on how to develop a relationship with money. Now, it's very important for you to understand that most people, and I used to be most people, don't have a healthy relationship with money. And it could be for many different reasons why most people don't have a healthy relationship with money, but that's not what's important in this video. What's important in this video is for you to, number one, answer the question as to what your relationship with money is currently, because you have to acknowledge it, you have to accept it is what it is, and then you have to make the correction so that you can develop a healthy relationship with money. So let's begin with question number one. What is your relationship with money? Now, this is something that you might have to take some time to sit down, get some paper, a pen, and just start compartmentalizing or itemizing the pros, the cons, the do's and the don'ts, the good and the bad of your relationship with money. And this is how you can establish this. Look at the word relationship. So if I were to ask you, what is your relationship with your children, with your parents, with your spouse, with your siblings? What is your relationship with the people who you're close to? You would probably say, oh, my relationship is good with my mom. Okay. Why is your relationship good with your mom? Well, because I love her. Okay. She loves me. We talk all the time. What are some things you do to keep that relationship good? We text each other. Once a week we get together. I go by a house. Whatever the details are, it all describes or encompasses your relationship. It's something that you've developed. It's something that you've built. And it's something that you continue to nurture. Now, if I were to ask you, what is your relationship with your ex? What is your relationship with your former boss? Or if you're a business owner, what is your relationship with your former employee? Perhaps you'll say, it's not that good. Why? Well, they left. We broke up on a bad note after we had the kid and divorced. Whatever the details are, it describes or it encompasses what that relationship is, good or bad. Now back to this question. What is your relationship with the moolah, baby? Well, I didn't know I needed to have a relationship with money. Why? Because money is not a person? Well, guess what? You should have a relationship with money, no different than you should have a relationship with people. You have a relationship with money. It's just a matter of what type of relationship you have with money. No different than what type of relationship you have with people, what type of relationship you have with places, or what type of relationship you have with other things. Money is a thing, but you need to start framing your mindset to see money literally as a person. Because money as a person is going to be the one person who makes or break you, and you control how money as a person makes or break you. Okay? So you need to sit down, take time to figure out, what type of relationship do I have? Do I do anything to foster a healthy relationship with money? Or do I do anything to foster an unhealthy relationship with money? Which brings me to the next question. How to develop a relationship with money? The first thing you need to do to develop a relationship with money is learn about money. You have to take the time to learn about money. The first step in learning about money is unlearning what you have learned about money. Most of what we have learned about money, we've learned it from people who don't have money. I tell people all the time, my mama's mama raised me, my grandma. I'm biracial. My dad's black, mom's white. Both of my parents were addicted to crack. My mom's mom, who was a German Jewish woman, she raised me as a biracial child in a predominantly black community. I'm a 70s baby, so right at the height of the crack epidemic, I'm a little kid being raised by a German Jewish old poor woman in a predominantly black neighborhood with two parents that are addicted to crack. Don't get no worse and dysfunctional than that. My point in bringing this story up is that my grandmother, she did an extraordinary job to raise me, to teach me morals, to establish a foundation for me to become an amazing person. The route that I went all of my teenage years as a drug-addicted criminal was what I decided to do because I was rebellious to what she taught me. However, my grandma was poor. She didn't have money. She was not educated about money. And it doesn't mean she didn't do an amazing job raising me. It just means when it came to money, there was very little I could learn from her about something she had no knowledge and no experience in. So I had to get to a point in my life where I was willing to learn about money and unlearn the conscious and or the subconscious things that I may have learned from her directly or just watching her indirectly when it came to money without feeling like I'm disassociating myself from what she did or I'm undermining what she did as my guardian and as my grandmother who raised me. It takes nothing away from her character. It takes nothing away from who she was and the amazing job she did. But I had to separate that and understand that all the things that she taught me about life, about respect, about morals, integrity, and all those things had nothing to do with what I needed to learn about money. And once I was able to do that, I opened myself up. You may have to do the same thing. You may have had a hood rich family member who showed you a certain way to do things. But if your life financially is not where you know it should be, it really doesn't matter what you've learned up to this point. It ain't working. And not only does the information you have don't work, you have not applied it consistently for it to work, even if it did work. So again, how do you develop a relationship with money? You need to learn about money. More specifically speaking, you need to learn how money is made. You need to learn how money is managed. And you need to learn how money is multiplied. There's a world of learning that you have to do. That's why I said the first thing you have to do is learn. You have to learn before you do anything else. You have to learn how money is made. How is money made? Money is not just made by you getting a job. I want to show you how you have to dig into it. You learn because money is made by providing value, by solving problems. The people who make the most money, they bring value, they solve problems to a whole lot of people and for a whole lot of people. I want you to understand that. So again, how do I develop a relationship with money? I need to learn how money is made. I need to learn how to bring more value to people. How do I take what I have, my time, my talents, my treasures, my human resources, my intellectual assets, and bring value to people? How do I use those things to solve more problems for more people? I can guarantee you, if you bring more value with who you are and what you have to more people, if you solve more problems with who you are and what you have for more people, you will inevitably make more money. But that's something you have to learn. It is not something you just wake up with. It's an acquired mindset and skill set. You also have to learn how money is managed. Well, one of the critical keys to managing money is learning how to become more disciplined with money. Okay? That means I have to become more disciplined, poised, and responsible with the money I make to A, A, live on less money than I make, and B, store the money until I can put it in a vehicle that can multiply the money. So you see where I'm going. I learn to make money. Once I start making money, I have to learn to manage the money I make. So I'm providing value, I'm solving problems, whether this is through a job, 2 jobs, a side hustle, a network marketing company, my own business, however it is. There may be multiple ways that I learn to make more money or learn how money is made through value and solving problems and becoming more skilled at that mindset, skill set. And then I learn to manage the money I make because I'm disciplined to store as much as I can because I'm living on less than what I make, and that difference, I store it. And once I become consistent with that over long periods of time, I now learn how to multiply it. I learn how to put this money in vehicles that will take my money and work my money for me so that my money can now multiply while I continue to make it and manage it. It begins to multiply. I'm not going to go any further than this because this is the basis or the foundation to financial literacy. This is the basis or the foundation to financial literacy. So back to question number 1. What is your relationship with money? If money was a person, how do y'all get along? Do y'all talk every day? Do y'all interact? Do you have respect for money? Do you take responsibility for money? What is that relationship like? And whether it's good or bad, it can always be better. And in order to make it better, you have to continue to develop a relationship with it. How do you do that? You learn. And when you learn, guess what you do? You earn. Simple as that.